Wow. Welcome to Stardom. I have Jeremy with me here today.
What's up?
Jeremy. And he has a few questions. So let it roll. Today is just chit-chat, right?
Yeah, of course.
Just chit-chatting, yes.
No more questions. So I have a question. Right? So just as a young male, how do I know if I found the right one or my soulmate? You know, and this is coming from the perspective of a lot of us young adults or even older adults, right? So a lot of people feel like, all right, I've been dating I've been dating this girl for a couple years. I've been dating this guy for a couple years, but how do I know, or what would you say, how would I know if I found the right one or your soulmate? Do you understand?
Right. So, to be quite honest with you, there's nothing like a right one. I'm looking to find a right one. I strongly believe you have to find you.
Right.
It's very important that you see, as you're going on a journey to find somebody, is this the right one? Take time and find you.
Right.
Because if you find you and you know who you are, you'll be able to live with anyone.
Right.
So the importance is on you. Do you know you? If you know you, when you find a person, because of who you are, you know that I'll be able to live with this person. It becomes much easier. But if you don't know you, anybody that comes, it might be the right person, but because you have not found you, you will miss that person. Because you don't know what you're looking for. You might say that, oh, I want somebody who is very good in bed. But it might not be a person who is good in bed that you need. But when you find you realize that it's not really about the sex. But I need somebody who will motivate my mind to achieve my goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you are able to find you, then it could be 10 girls. You'll be able to pick, and when you talk to them within a few days, you'll be able to know, okay, knowing who I am as Jeremy, for me, my goals, my achievements means more to me than sex or food or whatever. So then this is the person who will help me. That is your goal. That is what you want. So there's nothing like somebody picking or telling you this. You know what you want, you know who you are, and you know what you want. But if you don't know who you are and what you want in life, you could meet the right person and you still lose them.
True. Yes. And that goes into my next question, right? So should you wait for the right person to come to you, or should you go out there and find them? You know, because there's a lot of new trends, there's dating websites. You know, what if you done dated this person and that person and that person and they all just didn't work? So now you feel like, all right, I gotta still be outside to find new people to date, or should you just say, okay, I'm gonna just wait until the right person comes into my life? You know, like,
so
what would you advise?
That I have a problem with it, because how is that person going to come? Where are they coming from?
Right.
I mean, I don't understand. Because let's say, depending on where you are, where do you go? The places you go attracts the kind of people that you're going to meet. If you are somebody who is always going to the nightclub, you're going to meet a girl who comes to the nightclub. She's used to going to the nightclub, okay? So now, when you settle, and maybe you want to have babies, she's used to going to nightclubs. Now you want to stop her from going to the nightclub, but that's where you met her. So then she sees you as controlling. That's where the problem sets in. Because when you met her, she was already going to nightclubs. That was her thing. She had a baby, and she thinks the baby is grown. I still want to do what I love to do. And you are bringing your ideologies like, oh no, because you're a mother, I think you're supposed to stay home. Then there's going to be a conflict of interest right here.
Right.
Because when you met me, I was independent. So you see, it's going to clash. Because that's where you met her. So you need to understand that she would definitely fall back into that place. So it's very important. Like I said, what do you want? What are you looking for? Okay, so most of the times you see guys who go out sleeping around, all right? Then what happens is that they don't want those girls out there. When they want to settle, They want a church girl.
Right.
Because they know what is out there. You see what I'm saying? Even though, like, they want these girls, they're sleeping with them, but when it comes to time to marry, it's like, no, because I don't trust these girls. Because you know them. But when you decide to marry them, you need to know the consequences that comes with it. Are you ready for that? That is your choice. But in life, you can meet somebody in the nightclub, and the person might be a very good girl, but maybe she's bored, out of boredom. She doesn't have anybody, and it's like, the only way out is maybe let me go out here if I'll meet somebody. That doesn't mean she's a bad girl.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can meet some bad girls who decide to change. And you meet a good girl, an innocent girl who takes off. And you can control her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you cannot really put a stigma like this is a bad girl, this is a good. There is nothing like a bad girl, there's nothing like a good girl. Because the bad girl can tend to become a good girl. And the good girl can flip and become the worst girl ever.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's why you always have to bring God in this matter.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Because this is your life. You're going to spend eternity with this person. You spend more time in your house than maybe outside. This is your soulmate. This is somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. The Bible says something. It's better to stay in the forest than live in a house with a nagging woman. Because when it comes to men enjoy to be around their bodies, like stay home. But when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to be home. They just don't want to be home. Okay, so because home to men is everything. So when they're not comfortable, they want to be out there. So a man who cannot spend more time in his house is more frustrated than anybody else, because men love to stay home. They love to stay home, but because you thought this person was good, and then it became something else. What are you going to do? You're stuck with it.
Right.
So for me, it's better when it comes to your relationship to go into it and spend 10 years and divorce. I'd rather wait for 4 years doing the right thing, okay, and then get into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Make sure when I enter into this, it's for life. So you cannot take chances with your life when you do not bring God in. You have to consult. You need to talk to God. And I'm telling you, He gives us, we always see the red flags, but we tend to ignore it. But then when the consequences creep in, then we start blaming God. Oh, why? Oh, I didn't know. You knew it. I've been in relationships, I saw the red flags, but still, maybe because of something, it's like, oh no, I think it will work. No, I'm going to make it work. At the end, it never worked. So when you see the red flags, you know. If you see the red flags, talk about it. That's why communication is very important. Talk about it, address it, become transparent. If you ever murdered somebody, let her know. If she knows you're a murderer and she wants to live with a murderer, she knows you're a murderer. She knows what she's getting into. So don't come in and maybe in the latter days in the relationship, it comes up. It's like, oh my God, I didn't know you were a murderer. I can't live with a murderer. So become transparent.
True.
Let her know who you are, your do's and don'ts, what you like and what you dislike. If she doesn't want it, that's fine. But then it's for your own sound mind. Okay? Because this is you, so you don't have to settle for less. I hate when people settle. I don't like that.
You shouldn't.
Yes.
I believe in that.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Never
Good.
settle for less.
Sure, don't settle for less. And don't settle.
Yes. So thank you once again. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. If you have anything you want to comment on, please leave it on the bottom. All right. Thank you so much.
This is all for Jeremy.